I didn't lose 100 pounds just to gain it all back. These are the habits that are going to keep this weight off for the rest of my life. And spoiler alert, it's not me working out every day and making sure I eat perfectly. Number 1 is the hunger scale. If you've never heard of the hunger scale, here it is. If you use this is what will keep you skinny. You need to do it based on how you feel. So when I'm going out to restaurants, I don't have a scale where I'm going to weigh my food out so I know exactly how much chicken and how much carbs and blah, blah, blah. But I do know how full my stomach feels. If I'm in a season where I'm trying to lose weight, which is where I am right now, I will always eat till I'm satisfied or slightly full. I'll never eat all the way until I'm full or stuffed or I can't stop. If I'm trying to maintain my weight, I will eat till I'm slightly full to full. Because I'm not trying to lose weight, I'm trying to maintain my weight. Your body has this built into you. It tells you when to stop. The great thing about this hunger scale thing is that you can do it with anything. When you go out to eat, when you are eating literally anything, you just need to make sure you're in tune with your body and eat slowly so you can tell when you are getting kind of full or when you are feeling not hungry and satisfied. So when you get to that point where you're not hungry or just satisfied, that is where you need to stop when you're trying to lose weight. Your body will tell you. And that alone is sustainable because you're not having to track anything. You don't have to weigh anything. There's no calorie counting. It's literally just how full I am. Am I hungry? Am I not? It's so simple and easy. If you feel heavy after a meal, you overate. Especially if you're trying to lose weight. If you feel light and airy and ready and energized, that means that you are losing weight. Simple, simple. Next habit you need to have is portion control. It's easier to portion control when you have smaller bowls, smaller plates. Another tip that I can think of is that your stomach is the size of your fist. So try to build your plate out accordingly. Quick tip about portion control is that I do not eat out of bags. I need to eat off a plate. So if I want some chips, I'm gonna let myself have chips, but I'm going to portion it out in a small plate and I need to commit to this amount of chips. I can't just eat out of a bag because I don't know how many I've eaten. If I'm intentional with the food that I'm eating, then I can be a lot more in tune with my body and kind of know how much food I'm eating. I also want to point out a little bit more that I eat everything I want. I eat a sweet treat every day. I'll put some photos of some desserts that I have throughout the week, but I always have dessert every single night. I know that myself, if I restrict myself from sweets, I will just eat a whole bunch one day. Calorie deficit is on a weekly basis. So if I really overindulge, that will put me out of my calorie deficit for the full week. So instead, I just keep my hunger or my sweet tooth at bay by having sweets every day. And I don't eat the diet sweets. I eat the actual thing. That's one thing I let go of. I used to look for low calorie sweets. I don't do that anymore. I just get whatever I'm wanting. I get the Snickers bar, I get the Kit Kat, whatever chocolate or sweet that I want. I just portion it out. So instead of having the full bar, I will just have a third of it and then I'll have maybe some ice cream and then a cup of tea and call that my dessert. And because I'm having it every night, I know that I can have more the next day. If I restrict myself and say, oh, tomorrow I'm not having it, then it becomes a mind game for me and I just want to have as much as I can right now because I know that I won't be able to have it tomorrow. So for me, I realized I just need to have a sweet treat every night and not even try to restrict myself in that way. And you can just portion control it. Just eat exactly what you want. If you're craving the Snickers bar, just get the Snickers bar. I love Snickers so much. This brings me to my next point, which is find out what works for you. So for me, I know that I need a sweet treat every night. For some people, they like savory treats, like cheese, pastries, and carbs. All that stuff you can have. You just need to portion control it. You can have it literally every day if you want. Another thing that I found that works for me is that after I have my sweet treat, I need to have some tea to end the night. So I will have some tea and that signifies to my partner, to myself, that I am done eating. So once I have my last cup of tea, I can have more tea, but Once I'm drinking tea, that means I'm done eating, kitchen is closed. I found for myself, I try not to have sweets in the morning or midday, because then after that, I will just crave sweets. I need to have sweets at the end of the day. That's one, I guess, restriction that I have for myself, just because I know that if I start with something sweet, I will just crave sweets and random stuff throughout the day. So I keep it towards the end and then nip it in the bud with some tea right after, because that will push me over to feeling that full feeling. Like you're out of control when it comes to food. This is what's helped me. I take back control when it comes to food when I only eat when I'm hungry, and mindful eating slow and listening to my body to see if I am full. I gain back control when it comes to food when I ask myself, am I hungry or am I just bored? Am I avoiding an emotion? That's first, like before you start eating, you need to ask, are you hungry? If you're hungry, I start my day with a high protein, high fiber meal that sets me up perfect for the rest of the day, and then end my day with a sweet treat and tea. That's a perfect day for me. There's structure and discipline, but also a lot of flexibility within that. Like for dinner, I can have pizza and some fiber and then a sweet treat and then end the night, but I'm just portion control. Like I just love the flexibility, and that's how it's going to be sustainable. And that's how it's going to be sustainable, because you're not sticking to a meal plan that is so stringent that you can't veer off or you'll gain a pound. These are the habits that small people have that they've learned from maybe their family that you just never learned, and you need to learn now if you want to keep the weight off. Another thing that helps me gain control around food is drinking tea, like I said, and also drinking electrolytes. That helps me with my sweet tooth for sure. If I drink electrolytes during the day, then I'm not craving sweets. So electrolytes, tea, that kind of stuff, lean on it. It's trial and error. You're going to fail. There's going to be days where you overeat, and you need to reevaluate, why did I overeat? Was it because I was emotional? Was I tired? Was I avoiding something? Did I eat something sweet too early in the day and then it just put me off? Eventually, you will just figure out what works for you. You're gonna fail some days. It's not gonna be perfect, but then you will figure out what works best for you. I think that a lot of people want their weight loss journey to just be seamless. They work out every day. They're eating perfect. Every day they're in a calorie deficit, but that is just not realistic. There's going to be days where you're over your calorie deficit, and you need to just evaluate, why did that happen? What can I do for myself so that that doesn't happen again? Do I need to eat vegetables before I have my pizza just to give me a little bit more satiated? Do I need to not eat so late? Reevaluate when you fail. Failure is good. After you fail, you're able to win. That's how you learn. While you're going through this, it's hard to stay motivated. So in my next video, I'm going to explain to you how to stay motivated during your weight loss journey. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.